now you're asking us if we're ready. Ready has never been a question in this channel.
I mean,
we do not need to be ready to throw the show open.
Just push the button. This is this is push to stream today, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, welcome to the show. And we're
stream to talk.
Stream to talk. We're actually on live we're actually on time here today, July 29th, 2023. And welcome to the show. I mean, as we sit here, we got Horrendous. Dawn is babysitting, I believe. Probably changing a diaper. Who knows? I don't know what she's doing.
Poor baby.
We got Dirk. We got Saw.
I don't want to hear it.
McLeod's probably, getting a slushie or something. I don't know what he's doing.
McLeod's fast asleep. He's falling asleep at his computer. He'll be around when he wakes up.
There you go.
My niece is currently throwing my Nintendo Switch around. It's fine.
Nice. I'm sitting here drinking coffee out of my classic Costco disposable coffee glass.
I love how Dawn said it's fine there, in the very tone of voice that you use with the "it's fine" meme.
I'm not. Yeah. Speaking of babysitting, right? I was at my, I took dinner over to my parents. They had a friend over that known forever since I was born. And she was talking about how her son's ex-wife didn't really like her babysitting their child. It was kind of crazy. This girl was a little nuts. I can't even go into the nuts that this was. Oh my god. I love it. We got the bees from Megatron. Bodian, hello. Carthos Chief. But names I've not really seen in the chat before, but hello.
Yeah.
Welcome one and all.
Relatively new people. Welcome to the Madhouse.
For those of you who do video, or are you just gonna do your AI head?
I'm just doing my AI head for the moment.
All right.
Sorry.
All right, I got a really important question here.
All
for
right.
the chat. Who thinks that, given the contents of the special edition?
Oh my god, no, Dawn.
Wait, no. This isn't really Eve talk. Dirk, I promise. Who thinks Megathron should get a free one from CCP? Because it's chock full of fucking Megathron stuff.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah, no, that's
absolutely.
I can get behind that. I can absolutely get behind that idea. But yeah, so I alluded to the Dawn rule a second there. For those of you who are new, and we have seen a couple of new names in the chat, we here at Push to Talk, we do focus a lot on EVE Online, but the first generally roughly 20 minutes of the show, we have the Dawn rule, which is basically a time for us to chat to you guys, chat to each other, catch up a bit on what's gone on in the week that is outside of EVE. Just generally, be nice and sociable people, because otherwise Dawn will make the entire show about EVE and we won't get to chat about good food or, good films or whatever else we choose to chat shit about.
TV series.
By the way, can I ask a question?
Forget.
What is up with your names in Discord? Why do I horrendous A ... and Soth or something?
Because you have the streamer mode on.
Yeah, because there's streamer mode basically prevents
that
you.
Sucker. Soth is still that way, and Cloud is still that way. Horrendous got fixed.
It'll unfuck itself.
It's Discord. It's weird.
In actual fact, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it on Twitch at the moment, and it's completely unfucked itself, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
It's weird how it doesn't propagate the same way actually on stream versus on your preview. It's very strange.
We learn something new every day.
I blame Elon Musk.
Not.
That's fair.
It's all about Elon. He doesn't have anything to do with Twitch, but good job, Horrendous. Thanks.
I'm sure he'd want to have something to do with Twitch.
When do we start streaming live on Twitter? I mean, we can, right?
Well, we can't because it's not that anymore. It's called X.
Oh, X.
Whatever the fuck that's meant to be.
It looks strangely like the X Windows symbol.
Well, it is a Unicode, isn't it?
Because it
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
and because Microsoft is already preparing to sue them over it.
Microsoft and Meta both hold trademarks for X.
Not only those two,
Ugh.
Adidas as well, and there were 2 others that hold the trademark in Europe. So
Yeah, but like they hold it specifically for stuff like social media and online platforms. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've also got to consider that the logo that X is now using is just Unicode, but
By the way,
Unicode is trademarked.
Yeah.
Well, that
So-
specific font is trademarked. Yes.
Like,
we'll figure it out.
well, yeah, but yeah.
So-
So Elon is about to get a whole lot more money to spend rather than money to make, even after his adverts crashed. His advert income, I should say, crashed.
Clearly, he likes legal issues because he's ramping. He's like piling up legal issues, like fucking. It's going out. fast.
Anybody
saying-
in any sort of business, just there's legal issues no matter what you do. Hey,
Well, I
wanna
know, but like,
See, this might explain a lot, because I think Elon might have a lawyer fetish, which might also explain why he claims that some video games are just better than sex.
Yes,
God.
this is
yeah,
true.
no, they're no.
Yeah,
He did say that.
obviously.
he did say that. My concern is that if you genuinely believe that like some video games are better than sex, then you have
Yeah.
not had good sex.
Or
Clearly.
we have not had those video games.
There
I mean,
is, it is.
Or we should find out if maybe he's not the real daddy.
You know,
well, we've just not been playing the right video games.
I don't want to go there. So let's go to Carthos Chief here. He wants to know what whiskey poison everybody's been enjoying lately. That fits into the first 20 minutes. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm going to a bourbon happy hour Monday.
I'm enjoying fermented apple juice.
Yeah, Eagle Rare will be drank, I think, at that happy hour. However, I did open up a bottle of yesterday. Widow Jane that my buddy Scythe gave me. So it was very tasty still. So good.
I thought I'd mentioned that I'm drinking fermented apple juice because like I don't want to C-bomb this particular conversation.
You mean hard cider?
I'm also drinking cider.
Let's not be using hard words here.
It's it's cider.
Don't C-bomb.
That's been
Don't
medically
C-bomb.
enhanced.
Jesus Christ.
Medically enhanced cider. You know. Better
Stop
moving to
C-bombing.
chemistry.
I mean, genetically enhanced.
No, we just gave it a little pill, and it's now hard cider. So we're good.
Well, that's true. Pharmaceutically enhanced.
Pharmaceutically enhanced. Better living through chemistry, they say.
I'm drinking water, so I need to.
Yeah, you're single most boring person on this show.
Okay.
Hydrating.
No, I'm hydrating. I'm preparing for the next week so I can drink dirt under the table every day.
I'm
I am.
I'm going to go ahead and say.
Which is
I'm the most boring person on the show today, Eric, because I'm also drinking water, but it's not because I'm trying to lower anything to go up against Dirk. I'm just drinking water because like I got to take my meds.
Yeah, well, I did that earlier, but yes, I'm more of a whiskey person, Garthos, so I like that. By the way, I forget which show I was watching. Oh, it's a show that's been around for a couple of years, but my wife and I just found it. It was Designated Survivor. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, with
Season was really good.
Yeah.
And then it went.
So we're in there, right?
Yeah.
And across the room, there's this bottle of whiskey, right? And I'm like, "That's Macallan," and I said, "It's going to be 18 too." And my wife was like, "How do you know that?" I'm like, "I just know from seeing a portion of the label." I felt like, that old game show. I can name that tune in 2 night notes, right? I can that's Macallan.
Bottle shape
That's
and label
Macallan.
color
That's
will
Macallan.
start to tell you a lot. Yeah.
I'm a big Macallan fan. I just enjoy it. I like the sherried oak cast that they use. But yeah, Bush Light.
Well, also
Bush Light,
whenever
Aquila, yeah, absolutely, man. Bush beer, baby.
whenever a
Bush
TV
Light,
show
so,
wants to say, "Look,
Guinness.
good booze," they go for the Macallan 18. I mean, it's just
I don't know. There's a lot of single malt whiskey drinkers that kind of look down on the Macallan brand. It's not.
yeah, but they're
Yeah,
not
but no one
TV
likes
producers.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna tell you.
it's one of those things where the Macallan it's very well known, and it's well known for a good reason. But a lot of people who don't know whiskey will go, "Oh, it's very well known and popular. It must be, crap," because most very well known, very popular brands are mediocre, at least.
Yeah,
It's
like I never knew the make Lagavulin before watching Parks and Rec, and I kind of feel like Lagavulin actually like specifically sponsored or gave some money to actually for product placement there.
Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, in terms of
it might just be
too
that
peaty for me.
It's very heavy.
It might just be that one of the producers likes to drink it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty sure it was
like,
the actor likes to drink it.
Yeah, probably.
Because
that's
it
why,
didn't look like iced tea when they poured it like every other whiskey drink does. Okay, it looks like whiskey.
That's why Corona is featured in all of the Fast and Furious movies, because Vin Diesel likes to drink Corona.
That tells you a lot about what you need to know about Vin Diesel, because he likes to drink a beer that needs to have something added to it to be drinkable.
Yeah, I don't want to pick on Big D too much, but I don't think SoCo is technically a whiskey because it's got peach in it. I think.
It's more wrong. That's a liqueur. Southern Comfort is a liqueur. It's not a whiskey.
Yeah. However, I may have had my share of SoCo and Coke at a number of University of Pittsburgh football games. Maybe. I'm not going to confirm or deny it, but maybe.
And that's like saying moonshine isn't whiskey. Yes, that's correct. Moonshine is moonshine. It's different. Whiskey has very specific brewing standards. It has regulations around what can and cannot be called whiskey. Moonshine is not whiskey because it's moonshine. The very point of it being moonshine is that it's whatever you made kind of in your still. It's not got that regulatory body around it.
I mean, not wanting to drive this show further into, pedantics to talk, but like, what's the difference?
Just real quick.
Is there a... Okay.
My drinks at the moment are, there's a bottle of Cardew that I open up.
I will actually have to tell you that moonshine is technically untaxed whiskey.
And I will say as well,
homemade unaged whiskey.
Okay, guys.
Depends on what you're making it from.
Look.
Yeah.
This is really simple, okay? You are both correct. Except
Indeed.
Karthos. You are correct where it concerns whiskey. Dirk is correct where it concerns whiskey. One of these two words has an E in it.
That's
what I was going to say. What's the difference between whiskey with an E and whiskey without an E?
Mm-hmm. One is from Ireland and the other's from Canada, if I remember correctly. Or Scotland, yeah.
One is Irish, the other is shit.
Ireland and the United States is with the EY.
Yeah, you've got Scotch,
without
whiskey.
the E is Scottish. Yeah, without the E is Scottish, Canadian, or Japanese.
And then you add the E because that's what the Americans drank because it was exported from Ireland to the Americas. And then the Americans started making bourbon, and they couldn't call it whiskey without the E because that has very specific regulations on what is a whiskey and what is not. We care about the the process a little bit more when it's Scotch or Scotch inspired compared to Irish.
I like to keep it simple. I just drink rum. There's no E involved.
Room. We can find an E somewhere.
You know, anybody who decided to take sugarcane and distill it, I love them. I do love them.
And the thing is that you usually can get really good rum for way less
No,
money than
Scotch is in
really
fact
good whiskey.
Scotch whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's whiskey, but the point of it being Scotch is in terms of the location it was made in, because you could also get Japanese whiskey. That Suntory are a Japanese distillery that are pretty widespread at this point. That follow the same processes as Scotch distilleries.
I'm sure the Centauri is a race of people, not a whiskey.
No, that's
Centauri is definitely.
They got the hair
fictional.
in the big fan thing. Yeah. Well, allied with the shadows under Cartagia.
I want it all back. Yes.
My shoes are too tight. So yes. Sorry,
This time
if you want to,
little Babylon 5 there. Sorry, guys.
This time, it's me pointing this out. You guys are nerds.
Isn't that kind of like the pot calling the kettle black?
Kettle.
Kinda,
yeah, just a little bit.
You're like, what is that guy in Revenge of the Nerds? Nerds.
And yes, Carthos, you are correct. Bourbon has its own list of requirements in order to be called bourbon, but Scotch whiskey is still Scotch whiskey. Like even just to bring this back around, if you go to the Macallan website, it has its products listed under whiskey. So
I know.
With an
It's like-
E though.
You know,
No.
I think
no,
you know,
no E.
with all the controversy in whiskey and bourbons and all that stuff, I think we should start talking about champagne.
Look, it's only champagne if it comes from the Scotch region of Tennessee. Okay.
There you go. Which is the champagne of beers?
I mean, is this where we start talking about Cornish
Miller
pasties
High Life,
as well?
baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Miller High Life.
I was trying to remember which Miller it was.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
That should have been a layup.
It's the it's the champagne, prosecco, sparkling wine, circular, whatever.
This is
Barring
absolutely
squad
the
of
point at
horribles.
which we bring up Cornish pasties.
Cornish what?
Why?
Cornish pasties.
What are?
Well, I mean, are we just going to slowly go through all the
that-
various different food and drink protected kind
is
of
that
fucking?
something
I mean,
strippers wear in
this appears
Cornwall?
to be where we're going, Max. So why not?
I mean, it's going to take a long fucking time.
Oh my
But there,
god!
fuck it, we're here. We're here. You guys
You have
crap in.
60
We're
seconds
all
left in
standing.
your 20 minutes.
Okay. 60 seconds left in our 20 minutes. Here we go. Ready? Dead air.
So one thing which I learned off the internet is I'm fairly certain none of you have actually tasted real balsamic vinegar.
Oh yes, I have.
Oh no, you haven't.
Oh yes, I have.
How much was the
It's really,
bottle
you know
then?
what? You know how it's really, really, really good?
How?
Poured just a little bit over a little
Mhm.
slice of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. It's so good, so thick, so yummy.
All right, and then you have
that doesn't just because it's thick doesn't mean it's the real deal, because you can get like
I know.
reductions.
Yes, I know. Yeah, there's reductions, but yeah.
Basically,
Yes.
it's real if the recommended retail price that you purchased it is sort of equivalent to about $100
Oh yeah. There's so many.
for a small bottle, tiny bottle.
Buddy, Have you really
It's
put
nuts.
it on vanilla ice cream?
Oh, I've had it on vanilla ice cream as well.
You have?
It's
I have
surprisingly
not.
good. Yeah.
I have not.
It
is not what you expect it to taste like, right?
No, it is not. It is complex and everything, but then again, it wasn't something that I purchased that I put on the ice cream. Like, it was a high-end boutique ice cream parlor place that I took my ex to at one point, and yeah, it was nice. And it will definitely showcase whether you have the genuine article or not, because if it doesn't taste nice, that's because it's not real, actual, the actual genuine product.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
it's amazing. Okay.
it is a very weird combination.
The only
when you think of it.
Dill pickles, baby, absolutely.
The only balsamic vinegar that I buy is stupidly expensive, which is why I don't buy it very often. But it's the Di Moderno stuff. You know, if it's not Di Moderno, it's shit, really.
There's another one that's supposed to
I've heard that,
good.
but meh.
I mean, it's not really cheaper, so.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why everybody on this channel is a fucking nerd.
Nerd.
Because we will will go down any tangent that talks about
the issue.
We have any interest
the issue with this, Dirk, is everyone here is trying to slightly outdo each other in terms of nerdness for a particular topic. So you might come into this what we collectively referred to on a previous show as the motley, this particular motley crew, right? Maybe not
She might come in
as much of a nerd, but
Ryan's just had a stroke live on air.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, you might come in not knowing anything about anything. You will leave knowing something that is completely esoteric about something random.
Yeah, and the more time that you spend,
the more time you spend here, the more useless things you will know about things you didn't care about.
Yeah, that's right. That's so true.
That's so true.
That's so true.
We're very good at that one.
I gotta get my oldest son to just engage in one of these conversations on the show, because I gotta tell you, I mean, we'll be like watching something on TV and make a comment just like we do here on the show about balsamic vinegar, right? And he will just say blah 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 blah, and we're like, where was that hidden in your brain and why? My wife and I.
Why is always the big question.
What child memory did it replace?
As a child, we always called him at 2-3 years old, right? 4 years old, right? He'd just walk up to people and start talking to them, right? He is the sponge. That's what we called him as a small child. It's the sponge. he just. It's like
that can be taken in such a different way, though.
I know, but did you? Yeah, I know. But did you guys ever watch the show Suits? Right, the lead guy, right? He reads something, he internalizes it, he understands it, and therefore he knows it, right? That's the sponge. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Push to talk, aka
that is
Jeopardy training 2023.
How malleable is your brain?
Pretty malleable, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Carlos Chief, it's a little sliver of true Parmigiano Reggiano. Okay, like a little triangle, maybe inch and a half high, inch wide at the base, a little sliver triangle. Just a teaspoon of good balsamic over it. It's amazing.
All right. Anyway, so we are now past the threshold of the dawn. We've got a couple topics.
Yeah, but that's not our fault.
Are these actually Eve topics? Have these been approved by the committee? Is
there a committee that needs to be these things need to be submitted to? When did we establish said committee, and who is on it? I would like to know the board members, please.
Are they listed in a bulleted list in courier font in the show notes? I mean, are they there?
We have show notes.
No, but I'm just asking.
Exactly. They are not listed, but they are topics nonetheless. And like I say, I would like to know the members of the committee who have decided that we need to...
Shut the fuck up and just get to the goddamn topic.
Stop shattering the illusion.
Unless the topic is whatever Ratati is doing, because...
jeez.
No.
Well, no,
fucking stupid
by the way,
goddamn
I do want to note for the audience that Dirk had one job for the week, is to get somebody that we could talk about ESI, and he didn't do shit.
Whoa! I have explained my thinking on that already, and you can sit down and shut up because you haven't done anything on it either.
Sorry, it was funny. It was too funny not to bring it up. Okay, what's your first Eve topic here for us today, Dirk?
First Eve topic is not something that Ratati is doing, but something that Ratati has had written for him, which is the game director's letter.
No, I refuse to believe that he had that written for him, because it is too full of empty fucking bullshit filler.
I mean, defend your premise, Horrendous.
Okay, so this is the game director's letter that is basically all about, Viridian and beyond, which then spends a good 2/3 of the game director's letter talking about the shit before this point. Which, you know what? Screw you. If you're going to tell me about Viridian and beyond, start with fucking Viridian. Next, okay? Talking about how amazing it is, how shocking it is to see Capsuleers in 2023 committing some incredible firsts that they never could have predicted, like the first rear guard systems being taken in faction warfare. And
who could have predicted it?
And the first, what was the other big one? Hang on,
the first person to make a Lancer Dreadnought.
No, not yet.
No. First Keepstar kill in Isaac.
Yes.
No, that one's okay. That's kind of legitimate, but it was.
This is getting towards shipcasters here.
Yeah, that was it. The first shipcaster deployed. Oh my god, so shocking. In 2023, we saw the first time people had ever done shit in the game that couldn't be done before 2023. Fuck you! Of course that's when it was gonna get done. Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, welcome to the family show edition of Push
bullshit. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I will get back to our Goonie roots. Gently caress you.
I'm not sure.
You want to? Whoa! Really about CCP Ratatouille? Horrendous. I mean, that's some heavy words about CCP Ratatouille there.
Look, all I'm saying is I firmly believe nobody would have written that for him.
or if they did, nobody's taking credit.
I mean, Horrendous, while we're on this, have you got any inputs on some of the things that CCP Ratatouille said about the Viridian expansion, such as empowering players to facilitate the building of stronger organizations and delivering on the vision presented at FanFest 2022.
I'm just going to say that I think that CCP Ratatouille has hit on one of the greatest new innovations of Viridian, things that it allows corporations to do that could never be done before, like recruiting new members.
I'm glad that they were able to facilitate this, because we were all every single organization in the entirety of New Eden were just not capable of being able to do that until they were able to help us with that.
Massive struggle to recruit new members. Incredible struggle.
I know. was so hard.
It is. The whole letter is so like fucking masturbatory. Like Jesus Christ.
And it comes down to the whole and here's what we have planned section comes down to. So there's going to be an expansion. We're not telling you anything about that because, as always, we have a plan. But if we told you the plan, then you'd know the plan, and we'd have to change the plan. So we can't tell you the plan. But there's a plan. Also, the AT is happening. Oh, and by the way, FanFest. Yay! We out.
Hey. I just want to point out, if you hover over Iceburn's little badge there, that's a long time. And then Brisk is here in the channel.
Hey!
Brisk.
I know it's what they do, Brisk. I, on the other hand, am simply fed up with them doing it.
We all know it's what they do.
I want to put this out there. I think Brisk wrote that. I think he did. I think Brisk wrote it.
The issue is for CCP Ratatouille. Okay, that's
okay. Hold up, Mac. Hold up.
That's a storyline.
All right. Put a pin in that. Okay. We don't want to lose that. But Eric, you apologize to Brisk right fucking now. Brisk is a much better lawyer than to write that drivel. If he wants to write a whole fucking page of words that mean nothing, he will do it, and it will be more convincing than that.
Yeah, but
how do I know? He gets paid to be a lawyer.
Counterpoint here. Maybe he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
He wrote it specifically not sounding very lawyer-like, so he can get away with it being written by him.
So he doesn't get exposed.
No, there's no way of being able to counter us, Brisk, because we'll just counter you back in terms of
look,
going down this rabbit hole.
No, he's got it. He's got the counter right there.
Like, this is a topic because it's the game director reaching out to the community again for the first time in, 4 months, 5 months? Something like that. When was the last time they did one of these things?
Well, when's the last time we heard from Manbjorn, anyway?
Well, we haven't yet. Manbjorn is still in the dungeon, he's still tied up, or Manbjorn is still an empty suit. One way or the other. Manbjorn has still not been an executive producer. We're just hearing from the people around Manbjorn. But no, Brisk has it pretty right there. It's a topic because it's come out, and CCP have put it out there and decided that this is what they want to talk about at the moment. But when you look at it, it was like, it's like, what's here in this? Like, what is actually of substance that tells us anything? Like, they give us an image of a roadmap. The image of the roadmap is the same one they gave us in January, only it's got a couple of extra things filled in because it's got the AT on it now, which wasn't announced back in January properly. It's got the Crimson Harvest and dates for the Crimson Harvest, which is an event that's been going on for the last, 6 or 7 years. So that was pretty much guaranteed to happen anyway. And then we've got the winter event, which is, again, has been happening for the last, 5 or 6 years and was pretty much guaranteed to happen anyway. And then there's just an Arc event. Who knows what the fuck the Arc event is? And an undisclosed EVE expansion about what exactly?
Yeah, I think our announcement is out of date.
Come on. What you've done is you've taken the same graphic that you had 7 months ago. You've put in a couple of different images to fill in some of the blanks. And then you've stamped a delivered kind of image over the top of the shit that you already said you were going to do. Like, what are you telling us here? Very little, as it happens. And I do see a question in Twitch chat. When was the last time we heard from CCPB? Isn't he supposed to be community director? He's a member of the community team. I don't know what his official job title is. He's working a lot with the partner program. I can say that I've seen a number of bits from him in the partners Discord. But other than that, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, community director is convict, right?
I don't think they have
Yeah,
a director at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I
Community
know,
manager.
convict is the leading
Senior.
community manager.
That wouldn't surprise me, but I'm not sure if they have a director in that sense.
Yeah, I'm
That's
I mean,
the level of seniority in CCP. I'm not sure anybody on the community team gets to be called a director and have feedback at that high level, if you see what I mean.
right. I mean, it's all fluff titles in the end, anyway.
I mean, you know, the entire letter is a fluff.
No, you're a fluff title.
I mean, until
What I wanted to say, what I wanted to say about the letter, by the way.
For that.
What I wanted to say about the letter is, like, you can tell it was written by Rotati because, you know, if it was written by someone, you know, in marketing, then it would have reached, you know, game journo websites, and it hasn't. It's entirely, like, you know, it's entirely self-serving.
No.
It's not CCPPR. It's CCP just, you know, or more, you know, more accurately, it's Rotati basically creating his own narrative that he's fucking awesome. When we all know, fucking isn't.
I had a thought in my head and then went, but
You know,
Like so many others.
everybody wishes CCP Guard would come back. He had so much energy in the company. Let's put it this way. I like CCP Guard so much that he could do something incredibly stupid that I would hate and be really mad at him, but I still couldn't be mad at him for really long.
I'd love him to come back. It's just like, I know that CCP wouldn't pay him his dues. Pay him what he's owed. Pay him what the value that he actually is to the company, to the community, to the game. Like, just because they weren't before, and they won't even if he does come back. Like, so,
just
like, as much as
quick callback to our earlier food topics and the one-upmanship. I like CCP Guard so much, I would never want to see him back at CCP.
There you go.
That shit.
Golf clap. Who's got the golf clap? Who's got the golf clap button? Is that Bardo?
But you know what I mean, though, right?
No,
you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, and I agree with both of you. Like, Guard walking back in would immediately increase CCP's credibility with the players by like 1,000% at least. And that's pretty fucking sad, considering he's been busy in the meatpacking industry for the last few years.
Yeah.
Was it meat packing or fish packing?
I think it's Icelandic meat. It's got to be fish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Iceland. So there's not a lot of.
It's probably pea shark.
Pea shark.
But yeah,
there's not a lot of land mammals to actually, or animals to sort of like to deal with on Iceland. Like, there's very few giraffes.
They don't farm
Very
land
few
animals,
giraffes.
really.
Is there one? Is there one giraffe?
There are
very
sheep, I
few.
think.
There's very few reasons for giraffes.
There's some sheep. It's not a big industry.
Oh no, Pearl Abyss owns all of that shit.
Pearl Abyss owns all the sheep. You heard it here first.
Are you saying they own Iceland?
No, they just
Look at the goddamn chat, you morons.
I'm just going to point out. I'm just going to point out that. Wait. Before I say something stupid, yes. There are more than twice as many sheep in Iceland than people.
Yeah, but that doesn't say a lot.
Isn't
It doesn't say a lot about the size of the industry.
So should we be more referring to Iceland as the land of sheeple?
No, just sheep. Because there's no genetic crossover. We're not crossbreeding.
Yeah, that happens in Wales.
Yeah.
I mean,
isn't it similar in like New Zealand? The same
Yes.
sheep.
But like, is there an app to make sure that their sheep aren't inbred though? I mean,
Probably not.
They don't have the thumbs for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a
Oh
little bit afraid of
god.
this show today. I mean, it started hilariously in pre-show. I mean, it was pretty funny, and it's kind of spilling over into the show, which it naturally should.
The thing is, I know if Caleb was here, he would be, you know, he'd be going through sort of like, you know, what would be involved in creating a system that allows that to not happen and stuff like.
There's a no kink shaming moment in here.
a system that prevents the sheep-human hybrids. What?
I'm sorry, but
He would design.
Also,
something
he'd
that
be busy
presents,
telling
you
us
know,
the battleship prices will drop any day now.
ships for, sheep.
Sorry,
sheep for
guys,
first
but
cousins or whatever that is.
I have a very poignant baseline stuck in my head now, and I'm sure some of you
Poignant baseline.
Are we gonna beatbox now? Is that what's it like?
I'm not sure I would call it poignant, but I see what you mean.
Poignant beatboxing?
But,
You know, I finally finished reading this stupid freaking letter. It's dumb.
All right. So,
yeah.
I think Soft needs to say sorry to somebody.
Is it the opening riff for Barney Miller?
Sorry,
because that
sorry,
was
who?
definitely one of the best bass lines ever.
Dude, that is one of you are so right there. I love Barney Miller. It's awesome. Anybody who doesn't know the Barney Miller theme song, just look it up on YouTube.
Oh, no.
It's great.
You have to thank somebody. Sorry, Sothrasil. You have to thank somebody.
I have to. Who do I have to thank?
Me.
You know who you have to thank.
Okay. Thank you, Smokey.
There we go.
Smokey.
There should definitely be enough there for people to find to be able to, you know, to be able to connect the dots.
And if not, you have definitely missed something that you
you can't do it, Soth. You can't do it. There's no good way to introduce anybody to that.
Yeah. Just guys, just go to YouTube and look for Thanks Smokey, and just be open-minded. Is all I'm gonna say. That's the way things are in Wales, you know.
Yeah, because it was clearly shot in Wales.
I think it was shot in Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly.
All right, so
moving on.
yeah, does anybody have anything else on?
Sorry.
And does anybody else have anything on the letter? And
I thought it was. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting when they were when they were, you know, going over Lancer Dreadnoughts, that it felt that they felt like they needed to stipulate the first person to build a Lancer Dreadnought. Whereas I kind of feel like if the Lancer Dreadnought was like, you know, hurriedly built by lots of people and used quite extensively, probably wouldn't have garnered such, you know, a notable, you know, mention in the actual letter.
That's a good point,
But,
actually. When were they introduced?
Do you know what I mean?
I'm more interested in the first person to destroy a Lancer Dread, actually.
That was Bane.
They even mention it?
No, they don't. But that was
like,
Bane something who destroyed DMR, whatever the fuck.
Well, the first person to get a kill, like
basically
not just final blow, but most top damage in a Lancer Dreadnought using a lance. Like, you would expect that would, you know, be on the letter, but nope.
Yeah,
just weird, you know. I mean, great if you were the one who built it and you got your name into an Eve letter. Like, congrats on that one. But like, it's sort of a consolation prize a bit.
So yeah, the first Lancer Dreadnought to die was basically AWOX. So I'm going to call it an AWOX, even though I know it was consensual. It was piloted by Bane.
It was consensual, non-consensual.
Karma Fleet.
Oh yes.
It was.
Describe it accurately, Dirk. It was consensual, non-consensual.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it was just purely consensual here. Like I don't think there was any non-consent going on here. But it was. Bane. The character name is Bane needs help flying a Bane.
See that to me sounds non-consensual.
Karma Fleet, and they were killed by a bunch of members of Karma Fleet plus a random super. They were fit with fireworks festival launchers, along with a bunch of cap injectors and various slow slot mods that are meh.
Did it have anything notable in the cargo?
Plus rigs. It had rigs.
Why would? Oh, okay.
So it was a rigged capital ship. Notable things in the rest of the kill. 1 unit of exotic dancers female. I think negative points for female exotic dancers. They should obviously be exotic dancers male.
Yeah.
Oh, and I mean, come on.
It also had a.
I haven't seen the exotic dancers both.
Like, yeah. I mean, they do have a unit of exotic dancers male that survived the kill.
I think
so. They have both.
I think we need to appeal directly to CCP to fix this very glaring issue that
exotic dancers, male and female.
Not even
that we definitely need exotic dancers diverse. It's a game-breaking issue. Like, come on.
No,
you're ruining his immersion, CCP.
Here's the problem. Look at the volume on each of the exotic dancer items.
No.
Exotic.
Right.
So
you don't want to be looking at that.
Per unit, it's 2 cubic meters. So if you're gonna be doing like exotic dancers diverse, either it's got to be larger, or you're talking about smaller exotic dancers.
I mean, that would be pretty diverse.
So here's another interesting thing that possibly wants talking about a little bit, actually. As I look at the losses for Lancer Dreadnoughts in EVE Online, 3 of them have been lost to date. One was a Bane, which was the one that we've just talked about. One was a Karura, as we're talking about it. And one was a Valraven. Because obviously, these are Valravens. That's the way we go. We decided this on Push to Talk 2 months ago, something like that. Anyway, 2 of them were owned by Goonswarm Federation members. And they were killed by Goonswarm Federation members. The third was piloted by CCP Alpha and was killed by, a pandemic horde Sturmovik fleet, basically. Draugrs and stealth bombers in LOSEP. And these are all of the Lancer Dreadnought kills in the last month. 3 of them. 2 of them were blatant blue kills.
And you can tell they're consensual. 100% consensual. You know how?
Wibbler's
not on the kill mails.
Ooh.
Well, that's a fair
Throwing
point.
down the gauntlet, fighting words. Now Wibble's gonna come on and chew you out. Or something.
Necessarily, there is an extra bit of information there. There is no kill mail of any of those people who got on the kill mail 5 minutes later with Whippler on it.
Yes. Yeah, they weren't punished for having been on that kill mail.
They weren't punished for not telling Whippler about it.
Also a fair point. But yeah, so these wonderful new ships that CCP Ratatouille has been hyping up in his letter, 3 of them have died. 2 of them were blue kills. The third was CCP flying them to try and, like, I don't know, make it seem like they're good ships. Like,
Look, it's
I don't know.
not that they're not
It's-
good ships. It's that they have a very specific application, and that application is not going to be seen very often.
Plus, they aren't really
Exactly.
economical.
Yeah, in a regular sense, definitely not. Like,
So yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that's just like really
they are
CCP?
a niche use case. Like unlike regular dreadnoughts that have that you can fit in a variety of different applications. To
I mean,
fill
regular
very
dreads.
specific jobs.
Regular dreads are already something of a niche use hull, but I mean,
Yeah, but like you're unlikely to fit a
Right.
a
the
Lancer
actual-
dreadnought with high angle guns to to drop
Right.
on a bunch of
the actual
like small
application
gangers, right?
uses of this. It's the difference between a Drake and a Naga.
Yeah.
Drakes, you can throw Drakes at basically anything. Nagas, no, you know what those are for. Those are for one thing. You know exactly what it is.
Part of the theme song for the Batman series.
Yeah.
Naga, Patron.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking nerds. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got to disappear off in like 3 or 4 minutes because I have
What?
an alliance tournament practice to go to.
Dirk
And
has
he's
an
like,
important meeting because he's taking Dawn's place now.
And he's
No. What I am going to
giving
do,
us a second.
I am going to give you a second topic. I want to get you started on the second topic. The second topic is that Gobbins opened his mouth this week.
Oh.
Gobbins
because
opened his gob.
Did he
The
insert his
TTC is
foot
going.
and chew
No,
vigorously? No.
we will see.
No,
Did he put his
foot in his mouth?
He put his foot in it,
massively.
right? Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
So what happened this week is that Gobbins pinged at everyone in the TTC Discord. Yes, the TTC still has an active Discord. Stating that even though less than a month ago they stated that they were not going to be charging market taxes and they would be kind of running off the production taxes of the new TTC, which is a CTO in Perimeter. They realized, hey, they're not making money. And so they decided to put the market taxes back on a little bit as of August 1st.
Okay.
See, I've got just one question
Yeah.
about all this TTC stuff. I thought those Satios were supposed to die. I thought there was a publicly made commitment to killing them, and if need be, patrolling high sec to make sure that no new TTC shit happened. So where the fuck did that go?
Who was the one who made that? Set that up, that promise?
Some Asher guy?
Interesting.
Must
Well,
be
I
a new
imagine
one.
it's
I have not.
it-
Now,
this
I
Asher
know
person.
that the Ashab Sodio that was set up as the Goon War HQ got destroyed. I'm aware of that. But there's nothing stopping Goonswarm from dropping another one somewhere, say,
Over the
in a
road.
high-sec pocket in Iridia right by Fountain, where both
Yeah.
Init and Goons can defend it, and everybody else has to drive way the fuck over with subcabs to get at it. So
No.
I don't know if somebody was actually trying to make a statement about getting rid of this shit and not just, yeah, I'm going to be all dramatic and get the only high-sec keepstar kill ever, then somebody needs to fucking follow through.
You calling people out? Is that what you're doing?
It does sound like it. It does sound like
I'm
it.
just saying.
TTC.
And yeah, but it's not like it's not warranted, because like that was the stipulation when it was said. It was, death to all high sec,
All the XL structures, yeah.
all Excel structures, like,
And keeping the TTC. I mean, he put it on Reddit. It's not like it was a private statement.
Hopefully there's some more movement for that on that.
Hopefully.
Thing. I mean, there was a bunch of things that got reinforced in high sec.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see some movement on that.
Yeah, I'm just going to see. Ones were actually reinforced. So looks like the research labs was the perimeter tranquility research labs was reinforced. The T2 perimeter refinery was reinforced, and a Tranquility Production West in New Caledonia was reinforced as well.
Are any of those the perimeter Sodios? Or the other Sodios in the Forge? Because there are a few of them.
The New Caledonia one's a CTO, and it looks like the research labs and the trading center were both CTOs as well.
Good.
So there's 3 CTOs and 1 refinery, which was not a CTO, but the one
Didn't
below
Initiative
that.
just re-up their war against P-Horde?
I could have. I haven't checked, to be completely honest.
So yeah, it's like
I wouldn't be surprised. Like there's been grumblings that something's being planned. So, but I have no idea what that could potentially be. But you never know.
the plan.
There is a plan afoot.
Good.
It's like the guild navigator comes in.
I got the baby down for a nap, so she wasn't acting tired, but I was like, it's been like 8 hours. You're going down.
Yeah. Nappy time.
7 to 1:45 p.m. Yes, you're gonna get it down.
And just in time for you to go to a meeting.
Exactly, and then I can fall asleep while listening to Zinchage talk about nothing.
Shh! Don't share OPSEC here.
Oh, I mean, very important things get discussed in our meetings. Very hush hush.
No, he's talking about nothing, I promise.
All right, I'm gonna run off to my meeting. Have fun, guys.
Thanks.
Have fun.
Have a great day at your meeting.
Good weekend.
You too. Thanks for your input in the topics.
Wow. Harsh. Harsh.
I mean,
True, but harsh.
That worked really well, too.
Fucking hell.
At least she actually stayed with us the entire time this time.
Yeah, no, that is very true. Like,
it can be a little challenging.
I believe last week, Horrendous, you enacted something and prior to the show predicted what was going to happen.
That was totally unplanned. We did not plan that entire thing the day before. Like, absolutely not.
We didn't because, like, you know, I forgot to ask Eric and Mac to suspend it beforehand, and that was, you know,
What were we going to suspend?
the Dawn Rule, and I was going to talk to you guys about it beforehand, but you know,
it happens, you know.
So I had to fall back on, well, shit, let's just get Dirk ranting.
You know,
which, to be fair,
it's like, you know,
that hard.
Like you know, getting the effort to get Dirk ranting is kind of like, you know, dropping a match on a barge filled with fireworks.
This is true.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
You mean EVs, right?
EVs, whatever you need. Okay?
Yeah, sorry. A barge full of, you know, cheaply made electric scooters.
Is it
as
electric
well,
scooters?
potentially? Yeah, electric scooters. No, electric scooters, which seem to be the thing that seems to be burning people's houses down at this current time.
Yeah, electric scooters burn people's houses down. EVs swerve to hit pedestrians.
Oh no, I'm
Exactly.
talking the barge that's on fire at the coast.
What?
There's a barge.
This is happening in my country?
It's happening between your country and the Netherlands, I believe.
Oh, okay. International waters, it's fine.
Could be Dutch waters. I'm not sure how far it got.
Does this have to do with
Yeah, but do they count?
Do they? Dutch people like to count. Yes, mostly their money.
Dutch people.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I have just actually logged into Eve to check, and I owe Asher an apology because goons have in fact declared war as of yesterday on I Choose You and the TTC. So there we go. He's going to commit. He's going to follow through.
See what happened was
doubting him.
What happened was your scathing condemnation was so, you know, cut so deeply that they actually, you know, they figured out a way of going back in time to make sure that the actual war decks were already enacted.
This is where we cue Brian Adams cuts like a knife. Cue. Okay. No. Okay.
Some Brian Adams.
I mean, you're the guy at the production wheel, so
we would have a copyright infringement problem.
And I will just go ahead and
we have to pretend we're doing it.
And say that Eric is not doing something terrible because this is pre Robin Hood Prince of Thieves Brian Adams. So, you know, this is, you know, while he was still doing good stuff.
Yeah, true. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
I mean, to be, you know, in my childhood, Robin Hood Prince of Thieves was actually pretty decent.
I actually liked that.
Yeah, but that was like the soundtrack for that is where he basically lost all edge and just went into the I'm gonna be Celine Dion.
I shall be the male Celine Dion.
Fucking Canadian musicians and movie soundtracks. I don't know.
You know,
just hogging all of the air.
You're ragging on Celine Dion, but I gotta say, you know.
Oh no! No, I am not ragging on Celine Dion. Okay, let me be really clear. I'm ragging on Brian Adams there because before he does that soundtrack, Brian Adams, you know, yes, it's a very, very stripped down 80s vibe type of rock, but he is definitely doing rock music. Celine Dion was always doing Celine Dion, okay? Her style of music did not change before to after Titanic. Brian Adams, there's a very different body of work there. Beforehand, he's doing stuff like like Summer of '69, Cuts Like a Knife. Afterwards, it's all sappy ballads.
Yeah. Summer of '69 was good though.
I just want to point out that you can do a sappy ballad in rock as well.
You absolutely can in some of the best sappy ballads of rock, but like he lost all edge with that. Everything I do for you, and everything after that.
Oh,
those are some weird lyrics.
I will say that I think some of Dion's best work was for Deadpool 2, but I mean,
I do get where you're coming from there, Horrendous. Like that song from Robin Hood does feel very much like a male Celine Dion kind of hit, right?
It does. It really does. I mean, compare that to like Remembrance Day from not even all that far before that. It just totally different style of music.
that's our dear Steve. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're talking about EVE Online, but we slightly diverged into Bryan Adams.
Welcome to Push to Tangent, goddammit.
We're sorry that you came here.
Welcome to Pedantics to Tangent, which I think is probably the most accurate kind of descriptor of our show.
Probably.
I would say so. Right. Do we go back?
I do want to share that I did not win on the Mega Millions last night. So for anybody who does the tax for stupid people, which occasionally I will do.
Yeah, neither did I.
It's $1 billion on what is it, Monday or Tuesday or something.
Tuesday, yeah. When it gets up around $1 billion, that's when I'll actually throw some money at it, just on the what the hell.
That's right.
Why not? Like
the odds of winning are so low that they don't appreciably change if I play it once in a while versus if I play it every week. So when it's worth it, yeah, all right, I'll throw money at it.
So $1 billion.
For that matter, I will commit right now. If I win that shit, even at cash value, all right?
Yeah, cash value.
All right. Push to talk is getting like $5 million for production, right there.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah. We're gonna get all the licensing. We're gonna get all the fucking CGI in here.
We'll be able to play Bryan Adams. Anytime we want.
I think the most important thing that I think needs to be asked if you win $1 billion, right, is would you still purchase a 20th anniversary edition box set?
If I win $1 billion, like first off, I'm taking the cash value, so it would need to get to $2 billion before I'd win $1 billion. All right.
Yeah. So you get.
I'll tell you what. I'll even go this far. If it gets to $2 billion and I win it, then I will buy CCP.
You do know that like a Russian aluminium magnate went and literally offered CCP. Hilmar to buy his company, and he basically told him to go fuck off.
It's not up to Hilmar; it's up to Pearl Abyss.
Well, yeah, I know that now. Yeah, that is the case now.
Right.
Like before, right. Some psychopathic.
And if I've got $1 billion, I am willing to bet if I've got $1 billion, not only will I have enough money to live comfortably and make sure that my friends and family live comfortably for the rest of my life. Okay, I will have enough money left over to make Pearl Abyss an offer that lets them go, yes, look, see, we made at least $200 million on this deal.
So if the Mega Millions, by the way, Mega Millions, I'm gonna do it for your state, your state.
New York, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Your state, not city.
Because
We're not doing the city. We're doing the state.
No, I'm not. I'm not in the city, so it doesn't. So I don't have to worry about city
Big
taxes
difference,
anyway.
right? So your
Huge
gross
difference.
payout, would be $610 million. You'd pay
Right.
$146,400 million in federal taxes, $53.8 million in New York state taxes.
Yep.
And you would come home after taxes with $409,798.
That's on the billion.
798,000, right? 409,000,000.
That's on the
rounded
billion,
up,
right?
about
That's on Tuesday.
$410 million.
Okay, but that's on Tuesday's jackpot.
That's on Tuesday's jackpot.
Right. This is why I was very careful to say if I win $1 billion, like if it keeps rolling and I win $1 billion, I will buy fucking CCP. I will make it.
I mean, I hate to ask this, but like, if that eventuality occurs,
So is that before or after tax?
and you became the number one stakeholder
That's after taxes.
and you became the number one stakeholder of CCP, what would you like?
I know
what would be the
back.
first thing that you would ask
he's bringing
that
back
you would get CCP to do?
He's bringing back the drifters.
I don't know. Actually, I do know. The first thing that I would do, my number one priority, to get done.
I know exactly what's coming.
I'm just wondering.
Get them the fuck off of a godforsaken rock in the North Atlantic so we can actually pay people a decent amount and have them get a decent standard of living so we can attract competent fucking staff. And then staff it the fuck up.
So get off Iceland and sell the London sell all of the London studios because
I don't know that I'd sell
would
the
not be a
London
good
studios.
place.
I don't know that I'd sell the London studios.
We are placing the target jackpot at $2,450,000,000 in order to come out after taxes with $1 million or $1 billion. Sorry.
I was gonna say those are some fucking taxes.
So the question is, can the EVE community big brain this to the point where it can actually happen?
There's no big braining involved. I mean, it's luck of the draw if it gets that high.
By the way, the difference between
you play the percentages potentially. You could.
By the way, the difference
here's an idea.
In Pennsylvania at that jackpot is a cool $83 million.
What if we pool the winnings? Right? So if we are going for multiple stakeholders in CCP.
Why would I want to do that?
Because then you have less taxes that need to be paid.
No.
No, we need to move to Florida for less taxes to be paid.
I'm not saying that, like, you know, crowdfunding this amount of money isn't possible, but like I'm just very cognizant of the fact that, like, CIG, Cloud Imperium Games, has recently gone past 500 million in crowdsourced funding recently.
And I hear they're going to release a game
technically it's
soon.
possible. They might release a game at some point. But I'm just saying,
I gotta say,
technically it might be possible.
Might be easier just to build your own
It might be.
There's more in the, how to create EVE Online than just making the constituent parts. Like,
yes,
I truly believe that.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to be. There's a lot of growth and evolution that's happened within the game and within the community that you'd lose.
Yeah.
No, because the first thing we do, we'd hire CCP guard. And then,
well, I mean, he'd get hired no matter what. Let's be honest.
We'd crush it. Rush it.
Wait, God
We could
Logibro.
make checkers on
God, Logibro would bring back Soundwave.
Oh, we'd make a list. We'd make a list.
Hold on.
Okay.
Guard, Soundwave.
We would make a goddamn list.
Those 3 guys, you bring them in. We could make checkers online and beat the shit out of Eve. Okay.
But we wouldn't have to.
Because we'd have like videos and music and shit, and everybody.
We wouldn't have to.
Ever.
We could just buy Eve.
Nickelback. No.
Good. I'm glad you said no on that one.
It's like it's like
In fact, I will add one more detail to this. If I do win enough take home cash to buy CCP, all right. Not only will I hire Guard, I will hire Guard and put him in at the C-level suite as a new fucking corporate office that I will invent, the Chief Friendship Officer.
There you go, baby.
Yes, I love it.
The CFO, okay.
It'd be a different CFO.
Yeah. Holy shit.
What's more, we'd make sure all the members of Permaband have a goddamn job being Permaband.
Is he gonna be the CMO? The Chief Magic Officer, since friendship is magic.
But magic is heresy.
I'm still not getting Toffee Franz back.
Chief Permaband Officer.
I'm sorry.
Yes, the Chief Permaband
Too much
Officer.
of a down.
CPO, baby.
Yeah. CPO.
That's right.
We'll do this shit right.
Unfortunately, I think Toffee Franz is just too Icelandic to be in it.
No, not heresy. Heresy. Jesus.
And not Hennessy either.
Hey, it's just a little typo. Back up. Calm down. Cupcake. All right.
It's not like magic is wandering around accosting people. By all accounts, Magic Johnson's a really nice guy. He wouldn't do that.
I wonder how many non-Americans.
I think it went over my head.
Magic Johnson might have been a basketball player. He might have done some things.
Ah, okay.
And if your name was Johnson, you would adopt the first name Magic too. Everybody would.
That's fair.
Especially with the first name Irwin.
Irwin. Why do you think Fletch's name was Irwin?
Yeah.
It was because Magic Johnson. I'm pretty sure Chevy Chase did that. I'll have a steak sandwich and a steak sandwich, and I'll put that on the Underhills. Why do I think my European friends have not watched the movie Fletch?
I have definitely not watched the movie Fletch.
You need to watch Fletch.
It was definitely one of Chevy Chase's last really good movies. Not saying he hasn't done good work since, but
Here, watch my face. Watch my face. Look.
It could also. I'm sure it's going to be added to Soth's, fairly extensive.
Go ahead, Carl.
List of films that he's got to watch at some point.
I even like Fletch too, but Fletch, it's just a classic. It's awesome.
Is it as awesome?
Expanding IMDb list, yeah.
Yeah. Is it as awesome as Hot Shots though? I doubt it.
I like it better than Hot Shots. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd say it's better than Hot Shots. It's not the same kind of comedy.
You know what that is? You know what that is? That's heresy.
Is Heresy a wizard?
You're a wizard, Heresy. Why do I get some weird sick pleasure about like mixing all of this random shit up?
Wait, hang on a second. There's a thing I gotta put in staff only so that you guys can flick it on everyone else. Hang on, I gotta find it.
Oh no!
Oh my god! This is just it's insane.
Carthos, Chief, you're coming up with some good shit today. I like it. Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see where is.
Oh yeah, Chevy Chase is way better than Charlie Sheen any day.
Yes, I mean that's just a given.
Okay.
By
the way, I will be just pointing out, since you did link the Barney Miller theme in staff only.
Yes.
I will be listening to that because
you should. That was some good shit. God damn it!
Just remember Ron Glass in that, right? He was also the preacher in Serenity.
He was Shepherd. Shepherd Book.
Sorry.
Oh, is that who he is? Oh, okay.
It's Ron Glass, yeah.
Oh, wait, was it in there it is. All right.
I'm always.
I always got the impression he was much better actor to be playing kind of like a bit part in that series.
Yeah.
Ron Glass is an amazing actor.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Now I know that says log in or sign up to view it, and it's a Facebook link, but you don't have to log in. It's nuts.
Okay, do we need to listen to sound on that when we watch it?
Yes. It's an audio thing.
I'll watch that later.
Okay.
Looks very good. You should share it with other people. So
I would, but I can't put links in.
Oh, I'll put it in for.
Thank you.
One of those classic things.
We'll share it. We don't want to be, having fun without you guys there in the audience because you're the reason we're here. So yeah, okay. So that's something Arenas did. By the way, since he
I did not do it
out there.
Holy fuck! It is Harry Potter.
And by the way,
I know, right?
We're also going to link the great bass line from the Barney Miller theme song in there for our wonderful audience. I like when they come back in and they said, "Hey, I've been away from the show for a while, and this is what I heard last." This is amazing, right? So, expensive, solve the issue, keep the fun around. I like sinos on ships. I don't know. This thing's dangerous.
It is, isn't it, Mac? I mean,
it really is. But like, I'm there wondering whether it's just like a slow waltzy styled kind of thing on a music box will sound Harry Potter. Whatever you put.
No, it's because John Williams did both, and composers have their own style and musical language they use. So yeah. He's gonna sound like himself. But just.
I guess that's true. Yeah, good point. It's kind of weird. Does that mean if you take something from Harry Potter and like full score or an orchestra kind of thing, it's going to sound like something
like Indiana Jones,
Star Wars?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, who knows? You'd have to rearrange
this requires further study that we will bring to you next week.
I know that it's possible. I used to do it like in the 90s. I know it's possible to sync up the Raiders theme with the Imperial March. So the two of them just play them together, and it's just this wall of oh my god. But you've got to sync it up properly, and it's been forever since I did it, so I'm not even going to try.
To be fair, you're probably not the first one
exactly.
to do that, so it's probably out there somewhere.
Oh, I know I'm not the first one to do it. I know it was the 90s, but the internet already existed. People were talking about shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Raiders of the Lost Ark Imperial March. not that we're googling this as we like at this very fucking second or anything like that, but we're definitely googling this at this very fucking second.
Cap umbrellas? I do like cap umbrellas as well, yeah. I'm the only one talking to Eve here today. Everybody else is on some...
Yes, you are.
What part of Eve are you talking about there, Eric?
Putting a 3 billion Sino on a ratting Ishtar with Karthos. I mean, I think that's... By the way,
I mean, it'll literally just be like rich people flexing on poor people at that point.
Rich people flexing on poor people?
Yeah.
It's Eve.
Essentially. I mean, that is kind of Eve to some degree, yeah. But, you know, Sino traps, I mean, the thing is, like, you could technically make a Sino trap these days anyway, but, like, the issue that I have, the thing that I loved about the Sino traps of old was the fact that, like, you know, you'd set them up on pauses that I would have, like, an absolute ton of, like, you know, modules all around the bubble that you put up, because you basically Sino up on a, you know, using a hick literally on top of a small so how it was done, like how a proper Sino trap was effectively done was you would have it would be done on a pause, right? And that pause would be manned by somebody. You would have somebody at the bottom or at the top of a pause that's sitting on top of a small anchorable bubble, right? And then they would be in a hick with a Sino. And then you would have like they would put the hick bubble up and put a whole bunch, like basically put a whole bunch of like pause modules around where that bubble, kind of like where the extent of that hick bubble ends up.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. So you'd put a whole bunch of pause modules at the sort of the outer edge of that small anchorable bubble,
mm-hmm.
and then you'd Sino up, and then anything that warps to that Sino gets pulled to that bubble edge, right? By, you know, mechanics of the game. When it gets pulled to that bubble edge, even if it's cloaked, it gets decloaked because you're less than 2,500 from, you know, an anchorable or a structure of some form, right? So you get decloaked, and then that hick would just bubble up, which would mean that like you're in the bubble and you can't not be in the bubble in that particular point. And then by the time you're able to reverse and get out of that bubble, the pause is able to lock you, scram you, and then kill you.
Lock you, scram you,
That
kill
was
you.
the efficient one. That was the most efficient Sino trap. Which is why, you know, back in the day, it was, you know, it was very much a coin toss as to if you saw a Sino in system randomly, that it wasn't always the best thing to just warp to it at range, even if you were in a cloak chip. But, you know, obviously, when we had, when we had nullification, that's the one. When we had like nullified T3s, that kind of provided a lot of safety. I mean, there is also that, yeah. You know, when you Sino up and somebody warps to it, and then you just, you bring in a fucking super carrier or, you know, something ludicrous to kill it, whatever lands on you. But, you know, you're playing fast and loose there. Because who knows if the person who lands on you doesn't have the same thing as well, like, right? You know, if you pop a Sino as somebody defending your space, kind of going, haha, I'm defending my space, etc., and they pop a Sino as well because they have, like, you know, a Blops fleet ready to go on the other side. Like, yeah, it could be pretty bloody. And thank you very much for following, guys.
Oh yeah.
We see all the follows and appreciate them. But have you, Arenda Soth, have you found a synchronized Imperial March Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Oh no, I'm playing Diablo.
How much money have you poured into Diablo?
Money? Why would I put money into Diablo?
I mean, I've heard that it's a fantastic money sink.
No.
No?
I mean, look, like I even looked at all of the stuff you can buy for real money in the shop, and I don't care. Like, none of it is like does even look good. So why would I put money into it?
Okay.
Why would I?
Well, okay.
Care what it looks like?
Okay, so if we're gonna go down the Diablo kind of route, I'm gonna have to ask you whether you have bested Lilith.
What, Uber Lilith?
Uber Lilith, yes.
No, I play a sorcerer.
Oh. If you're playing as a sorcerer, you don't fight Lilith?
Well, I could go for a special build, but I would have to change like everything on my character for that, and yeah, no. Just for like boasting rights, nah, not worth it.
So you're just like, get to live? Nah, not gonna happen. Not doing that. Not putting myself through it.
Maybe if they fix my class, then I might try it, but nah, not worth the effort.
I mean, how many different versions of your class have you tried to go through the game with at this point?
3.
Because that's the thing about Diablo. Like, generally, you people sort of go through it with a particular build or a particular build kind of ideology in mind, and then once you kind of do it, you kind of like mix it up and redo it, like, right?
Yeah, the problem with the sorcerer right now, and with a lot of the other classes as well, is a lack of build variety. Especially with the sorcerer though, because in order to survive, you need all the survival abilities you can get, right? And that means that all of the builds have those survival abilities, which means you have like 2 abilities left for damage. So you need frost armor, you need I don't remember.
Which makes getting through boss fights like a real fucking slog, because it takes a hell of a lot longer.
Yeah, and it's not really exciting, right? When you know, hey, I'm gonna have these 3 or 4 abilities that they are set in stone, right? I need these to play this class. That's bullshit if you ask me. Like that just means everything's gonna play kind of the same way. Right?
Yeah, because there's not really much variety at all. Yeah,
Blizzard knows it's an issue. They said they're fixing it. So let's see if they actually do. Because some people got really mad. See, when I stop having fun in Diablo, I just play another game. Same thing for Eve, right? When I don't have fun in Eve, I go play a different game.
It reminds me of that
different game for the last 10 years.
It reminds me of that like phrase that they use for the gambling addiction thing. When the fun stops, stop. Like,
yeah. So this season, I'm actually playing a rogue. because the sorcerer is so busted and not fun at all. So I thought, I'll try a different class.
And you're coming back to that kind of point of like, oh crap, like there's not exactly that much build diversity.
For
even
rogue,
in this.
There's more than for sorcerer, that's for sure. And it helps that it plays completely different than a sorcerer, right? It actually, if you played Diablo 3, I would say that the speed and everything of the rogue kind of compares to the Archon wizard in Diablo 3.
Briska's a little confused. I mean, it's impressive that they're able to get the rogue into Diablo 4, to be fair.
I mean, lots of people saying that it's the best class right now. Overall.
What, the rogue?
Yeah.
I mean, it's much larger than most of the classes, so I'd imagine so.
No, I think you're thinking of the druid.
No, I'm definitely thinking of the rogue battle Caldari battleship.
No, that's pronounced rock.
Ah, okay, rock. Is it rock or rogue? I always thought it was rogue.
It might be rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that would make sense because it's very Nordic.
Is it?
Is it? Yeah. All that. Well, I mean,
no,
I don't know. Like, is it?
I don't think it is. What's Caleb when you need him?
I don't know. He's probably on that kind of like cyclic aspect of him. His sleeping patterns basically sort of going at odds with the rest of the world.
It's Persian. Yeah, it's Persian. So I can't help you there.
Yeah. Oh, there's a pronoun. There's even on r/eve. There's actually r/eve newbies. There's a thread about the pronunciation of rock.
Yeah, but
is
can
it
you
rock
trust
or
that?
rook or roke? I don't know, but it's a rabbit hole that we can go down.
It's definitely not rook because we have a rook.
Yeah. It is potentially maybe rock. Well, you never know.
Yep, you never know.
It's all subject to, I don't know. So it's just one of those things.
It's also like, I mean, that at least has like we know what language it comes from, right?
I mean, at least we all know that it's scimitar, right? So we can at least be sure of that. We can at least be sure that it's scimitar and nothing else. I mean,
we know for sure it's healer.
Well, no, because it doesn't have a H; it has a G, so it's definitely not healer. It's Gilla. Clearly,
no, it's Gila. Come on.
Yes, because it's also a GIF.
It's gyro. just like we've heard CCP's official pronunciation from Alton Halvery with the scope that it's basilisk.
Basilisk. Oh yes. Not the basilisk, it's the basilisk.
I mean, fair. How do they pronounce Macarial?
Oh,
I believe they pronounce it Sothrasil.
Oh, yeah. That does make sense.
I just want to point out that over on Amazon Prime, by the way, if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you can subscribe to Imperium News for basically free, part of your Prime membership. But
and you know what? You don't get adverts. You don't get adverts for that.
You don't get adverts for those who don't want adverts. But also, Good Omens Season 2 has been released on Amazon Prime. So if you didn't see Good Omens Season 1, I find it... this is the only show I would describe deliciously funny.
If you haven't seen Good Omens Season 1, my question is, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
It's on my list.
It's on your list. Jesus Christ.
Okay, Soth, that question doesn't apply to you because we already know Soth.
His list is like
something's wrong with me.
You know that scene in The Fifth Element where like they're getting Bruce Willis to sort of like take up this the mission to save the universe or whatever it is, right? Save the world, and they go as an elite special operative, as an elite special forces, you have knowledge and capabilities of all the vehicles and equipment needed in this thing, and they just like this fucking huge ass list that like drops on the floor. Like, yeah, that's equivalent to Sothrasil's current list of films and TV series that they need to watch.
There's two things you need to do.
It's extensive.
Number one, move Fletch to position 1 and move Good Omens Season 1 and 2 to positions 2 and 3.
All right, Eric, I'm going to drop another link into staff only. All right. Okay. This one you need to put in chat because I think it properly answers Lazo's question.
Okay.
Oh, fucking congressional UFO hearings. Jesus Christ.
There you go. Here. There you go. We've answered that for you.
Is that an accurate image from the hearings?
I mean,
yeah,
it's on a news site. It can't be a lie.
Yeah. Particularly that one. I mean, that one's known for its Pulitzer Prize winning reporting.
Accuracy.
Yep.
Like,
it's America's finest news.
Not tongue-in-cheek accuracy.
No, there's no tongue-in-cheek accuracy. That's accurate. I don't know what you're talking about. All right.
Definite non-human biologicals.
By the way, I did like Silo on Apple TV, and obviously, the soccer, football.
I need to.
Oh yeah, women's football's doing good.
Ted Lasso that you guys haven't watched yet. Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso, yeah.
I just love it.
You know what? You know what I kind of binged on. You know what I binged on, and I have mentioned this to Dirk, but I'm fairly certain you guys haven't. But like, The Terminalist.
Yeah,
very good series. Right, very good series.
Like I said earlier, we're watching Designated.
And that's The Terminal List. It's 2 words. The Terminal, well, 3 words technically. The Terminal List. It's not The Terminal List, it's not a portrayal of the person who is basically labored with the job of going around and telling people that they've got cancer. Like it's not The Terminalist.
It's the alternative
the terminal
version of The Mentalist.
Yeah. It's kind of.
I mean, to be fair, it kind of is.
Yeah. It also has elements of Taken in it. To be fair, like to some degree. yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, like definitely go check that out. It's a good series.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Plus, if you haven't watched Dune, go check that out too, because it's fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
even
the
I
big
have
question:
seen
will
Dune,
Dune
so
2 be delayed? Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
Dune 2 delayed? Is that what you just said?
Could be. Could be. It is up. It depends on how long this strike lasts.
Okay. I'm sure they've done all the, filming and everything like that for it. But...
It's a discussion. I'm telling. No,
Is Eric on mute
I'm
again?
quite serious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are discussing delaying it for whatever reason.
I think it's fine.
What are they delaying now?
They may delay the release of Dune 2.
Oh, yeah.
Sandy Boogaloo.
Mm-hmm. As long as they don't delay Wonka.
Yeah, because there's a film that everyone's dying to see.
yeah, we definitely needed a remake of Wonka.
Hey, this is a prequel.
We really needed the Willy Wonka prequel that just took all of the scary out of the
You'll know they sidestepped the whole kind of rider strike thing in June 2. If you hear the lines, "I hate sand. It's coarse and irritating. It gets everywhere."
You just start getting voiceover from the 1980s Dune.
I'm not on.
Well,
you are not.
I was specifically thinking Attack of the Clones there.
But the stream, who knows?
No. I shouldn't be on the stream either. I can see it going to the stream.
Yeah, you're good.
Barbie, we're actually seeing Barbie tomorrow. My wife and daughter have matching pink outfits.
And I think we should kind of do a bit of a programming note that I think we're going to be.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to. I mean, there's a few things kind of going on with a bunch of us and all that and the other, and I think we're going to be hiatusing for a couple of weeks,
the 5th.
maybe
5th. 3. We decided the 5th.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Yep. So next Saturday,
Only the 5th.
Push to Talk will be on a brief 1-week hiatus. Then we'll be back.
Yep.
Which means now I hope it doesn't rain next Saturday, and I'll golf. So Barbie, ick. I don't know. They're.
See, the thing with Barbie is, it was a very smart decision to make it a comedy, right?
Yes.
My son went to see it with his buddies, and they all liked it. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard it's actually good. The funny thing is, Barbie has a lot in common with another movie that's playing right now, and that's Oppenheimer.
The Barbenheimer.
Oppenheimer bombed.
It sure did.
That's a callback to last week, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
If you guys haven't seen last week's show.
We can't rehash old lines from old shows. I mean, that's bad.
Oh, come on. We always rehash old shows. What are you talking about?
Rehash everything. Well, only when Caleb's here.
Come on, we're just gonna put it on a tangent, and it's fine.
There we go.
Yeah, it's fine.
Tangent. By the way, we are down to 12 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, in the show. For those who are here and watching, we do anticipate that there will be a meta show here in a little over an hour. So please stand by, come back, whatever you need.
At 12 minutes left, it is now time for 5 last things.
Yeah, 5 last things.
5 last things? There's only 4
Normally it'd be 1, but, everybody's going to tangent.
5 tangents for every 1 last thing.
5. Oh, Christ.
I better work on my 1 last thing. Hold on, let me see what I can get up here. Doobie-doobie-doo. Talk amongst yourselves. Audience, whatever. Yeah. Fireside soon, yes.
Oh,
Fireside
so there was kind of something interesting that I watched literally today. That it may interest you, Eric, because you now have a solar system. But like, Marcus Brownlee kind of came out with his full year review of the Tesla solar roof, and he definitely approves.
Is this the one with the shingles only?
Yeah, it's the one with the that looks like a regular roof.
I will say that I saw, the solar company, one of them, in Hilton Head, South Carolina. I did go and see the house that they did. It's an oceanfront house. It looks gorgeous. The roof looks
he
really
has a
cool.
big house. He has a big house, and like every single tile is basically a solar panel. So like, there's a degree of like, like lower efficiency versus price on the actual, the installation and everything, right? Mm-hmm. Because not all of the things are facing the specific way that you're that you would want to have them, like to maximize.
That depends on the type of panel you're installing. That's types of solar panels.
That is true, and there's solar panel tech that's like making it better. Like
there's regular and there's thin film. Thin film doesn't care that much about the angle the sun is coming in. But it also has less efficiency, right?
Yeah, there's also a thing with microinverters and how you lay out your inverters on your efficiency of your string too.
So like, considering the size of his house, his full solar panel setup and everything ended up being a 29, like just shy of a 29.5 kilowatt setup.
That's big. That's really big.
Which is real big.
You say that's big. I have built solar parks with like megawatts, right?
Yeah.
Those are solar parks, man. Like, come on.
I have I've got
a
question about this
panels.
Tesla.
I'm like 17.8.
Yeah.
So,
but like so
I got a question about this Tesla solar roof thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it set up the same way that their range estimates on their cars are? Pre-programmed to give the range estimate?
From what it sounds like from Marcus, like, no, it seems that's very much a Tesla car mileage thing only.
Probably because Elon doesn't give a fuck about the solar panels, so he doesn't interact with people.
Yeah. But
I'm sure the solar panel team is very happy about that fact.
Damn that asshole.
I mean, but Marcus Brownlee's kind of said that, like, even with an EV that he's been charging up all the time and throughout the entire year, he has not had to pay an electricity bill.
I have
not once.
I am, as I look at it right now on my phone, right? I mean, it's raining out. And it's raining, okay? I'm generating 8.6 kilowatts right now per hour.
Mac, I just want to point out that that is illegal in Germany and probably in a bunch of other countries as well.
What's that? Not to pay an electric bill?
Yes, just using up the electricity you are generating. That is illegal in Germany. You always have to put it into the grid for grid stability.
No. Like he does, like, any excess that he isn't putting into the Tesla charging wall things.
You're not getting me. You have to put all of it into the grid, and you have to take that whatever you use out of the grid for grid stability.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Okay. Yeah, how it works here, by the way.
That wouldn't rock with people in Texas, tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. The people in Texas aren't on the grid anyway.
Yeah.
That's also very true as well. So
So our panels.
You need that extra to be able to. you need that extra like energy to power your water purification and treatment works and all of the other kind of utilities that the state doesn't give you.
So
that's okay. You can power it all from your Ford F-150 Lightning.
There you go.
Yeah.
We installed our solar panels. They came on the grid the last week in January of this year, right? We have produced 0.5 megawatt hours more this year than we have used already. That's megawatt, not kilowatt hours. So it's 500 kilowatt hours more than we've used so far this year. So we caught up the first 3 weeks of January and anything in January and February that you don't really produce.
I would love to calculate how much more my wind turbine has produced, more than I have used. But since I only own a share in that wind turbine, that calculation is gonna get complicated.
Yeah, it definitely will be. And so that's the other thing is like, you do want to diversify. Like, if you can, you want to diversify. Like energy generation, if you can. Like,
and by the way, we feed what we don't use. We have to use directly what we produce, and any overages in our state, we feed back into the grid at full retail. So if I throw 100 kilowatt hours out there in a day, if I pull 100 kilowatt hours back at night, it's technically free.
Yeah.
I do not have a battery. I mean, when you have when you have that sort of arrangement in your state, you shouldn't have a battery. There's no need to have.
I mean, what a lot of people now are doing is that they're using their EVs as a battery.
Yeah, I was about to say they some of them are using EVs as battery, but like the battery is also one of like a nice to have, because it also means that like if the grid goes down, like if there is a power outage, then you don't realize.
Yeah, I would really like to see
that's good.
The yield on those Tesla solars. I'm looking at some of the ones I've seen installed. It doesn't really show you what their size is.
Right? And I mean,
it's also
like, I know I'm a 17 point whatever, kilowatt hour, or whatever. Right.
It's also what's the cost on that, right? How long does it take you to recoup that cost?
Yep.
So he does go into it. Like, it's a very thorough video. The recoup cost does look as though it's going to be like a 10-year recoup.
Oh wow, mine's going to be,
and it's 7. But it is. It is guaranteed for 20 years. So.
Yeah, before the 3 rate hikes, I
was
7.6, so I'm probably under 7 now on my repay.
Although I would like to point out that is a Tesla guarantee, I think. So you never know whether that 10-year mileage might be a 7.5-year mileage, or 20-year mileage might be a 15-year mileage in actual fact.
Yeah, what you want to look at for those is in the first year, you're going to have a percentage decrease in your output as they age 12 months. And then over the next 25 years, or the next 24 after that, there's going to be a decrease, right? And what your warranty is on that. The ones I put in, they're only allowed to have an 8% drop over 25 years and 2% in the first year. So, or they just come and take the panel out and put a new one in, right? So it would be interesting to see how the Tesla things do work on it. But yeah, like I said,
there is apparently a 30, like as is always the case in the US, it depends on which state you're in, but like I believe there's like a 30% rebate as well. Like,
so and Carthos asked, right? So it is it's a 30%
40
tax
seconds
credit. So if right, that's what it is for last year and this year. It drops a little bit. It's 30%. Plus, in some states, they have a thing called an SREC, So you generate X number of SRECs and you can sell them on the market.
20 seconds.
We've probably, I think we've generated like, I don't know, 16 or 17 SRECs already this year. So that will, my SRECs will probably pay for half of my payments on the solar bill.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. Anyway, that's my one last thing. All of the rest of you guys, one last things can go fuck yourselves. Let's go. Bye. See ya.
I think that was all of our one last things.
One last thing. I'm just gonna answer
participated in that.
Carthos's thing, right? So if 30% of your installation, let's just say it was $10,000, if you owe $20,000 in taxes annually, you now only owe $10,000. That's how it's calculated. So there you go.
That's way
Nice.
too simple for taxes.
I know, it's terrible. All right, everybody, you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. What's left? We're glad that you joined us today. You know, we will not be here next Saturday, but every other Saturday after that, we will be here. So everybody have a great weekend, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, get to sleep.
Oh, you know what? We actually have our ending.